Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the... Shit, what is this, 16th?
I don't know, I don't count them.
You son of a bitch. The, I think, 16th, maybe 17th non-content podcast. They're all bleeding into one another. You may have noticed that we don't have Harrison this week.
What are you talking about? I see him right there.
Yes. Oh wait, Harrison transformed into a black samurai chick with a white afro. That's what happened.
Shinobu from, I can't remember the game's name right now. No More Heroes.
No More Heroes, okay. And also we brought back our friend Nick, to take his place.
I'm back, bitches!
Yep. All the way back from episode 4, the one nobody watched.
I think that's every episode.
No, episode 4 has like the least, I think.
Ow.
So yeah.
Well,
we're bringing back the niche characters.
Woo.
Ooh. So
Anyway,
it's just...
I need to say Harrison spiel. Ugh. Anyway, as you all probably know by now, we are brought to you by Team Procreate, teamprocreate.com. They do a lot of stuff to help projects get, help get projects off the ground. If you need an actor or a sound guy or any of that, just look them up and be like, yo, I got a gig. I'm ad-libbing, shut up. Harrison has this script, I don't. Right, also, let's take a look at some other podcasts. We have Pod on Pod, who do reviews on other podcasts, which I guess is kind of meta. I'm kind of waiting until they run out of ideas and do a review of themselves, but they still haven't done a review of us. Come on. I
was gonna do a call out, even though I haven't checked, but
they haven't.
Come on,
no.
guys. You could be two peas in a podcast.
Come on, you guys.
And also, that's about the same level of jokes as what we usually got. So you're already here, Nick.
Basically, you can come back anytime. It's less work for us to find a guest, which we haven't done for the past, 3 weeks?
I thought it's been over a month.
It's probably been over a month. And also check out Movie Buzz. They get pissed drunk and watch movies. I think they're still doing Harry Potter.
They're doing different Harry Potters now.
Yeah, they're doing all the different Harry Potters. Maybe they'll do the Harry Potter animated series that had one episode and ran before the movies even came out.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's been awful.
It was awful. I think it appeared once on English television.
Was it
I saw it
was
once.
a British thing, wasn't it?
I saw it once as a kid, and I don't even know if it was official because nowhere in the credits was J.K. Rowling's name. It's probably one of the 100 Alex Smithies that were there.
Wow. I mean, think about this. The funnest shit to do at 1 a.m. when you're completely gone with a bunch of friends is turn on Netflix on the TV and look up old cartoon series that were not legit in any way.
Yes.
There was a Jumanji animated series and that shit was completely ridiculous at 1 a.m.
I love old bad. I love them.
I watched the animated series.
Super Mario Brothers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that was pretty great, though. It was pretty great bad.
Hey, Pizzanos! You're watching the
Super Mario Show!
You're watching the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
I missed
I love
that,
that
but oh
shit.
god.
I love that
I watched a little while ago not an anime, it was a cartoon with the Pringles guy as the main character. So,
oh my god.
Wow.
He literally just walked around and solved problems.
How did he walk? What did they do with his arms and legs? Did he use his mustache, his limbs?
Yeah.
No, legitimately, they took the head and put it onto a cell-shaded body, and was like, "Let's do this."
Also, guys, I just want to draw your attention to the fact Coke is coming in glass bottles again.
They've been doing that for a while, dude.
This is the first time I've seen it. I don't know if it just came to. It's the first time I've seen it outside of Mexico and certain parts of Europe.
Oh yeah, I see it all the time.
This bottle is fucking tiny, but still, tastes better than the fucking cans. The fucking aluminium bullshit.
Guys.
Oh, dude, the worst taste is foam cups. Fuck foam cups. If you put your shit in a foam cup, I have no respect for you as a person.
Nope. Anyway,
if it's lean and some, it's just some codeine syrup and some 7-Up, the foam is specifically there to make the, never mind. It makes it so you get high.
Stop teaching kids to get high, goddammit. This is a children's show.
How to do them every day. And guys, did you know beer comes in glass bottles?
Yes, it does.
Who knew?
And as we all know, beer is the greatest drink. Anyway,
Well, kids, red solo cups for a surprisingly drug-free weekend.
Yep. Anyway, we're getting even more off topic than we normally do. That's a
We don't
surprise.
have topics. There's never been a topic.
We try to, and let's try and get back to our attempt at a structure. Zach, what have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this week? As I told you guys shortly before the podcast, King of Fighters 11. I was in a tournament there, second seed. I actually ended up just getting knocked out by like the guy who fucking picked all boss characters.
Wait, serious? What?
Yeah, that no one called it. Yeah, like no one called bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? You just chose 3 off-screen characters, you jackass.
He picked boss characters.
Yeah, I still got him down to like half a life bar left on Iori.
No, wow, that is what's wrong with the fighting league, with the fighting game circuit.
Well,
That's
usually
what
most
everyone-
places like will call bullshit and be like, no, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah, you'd think they'd call bullshit on that, wouldn't you? But
Yeah, but I was like, whatever.
yeah, so
You
like,
think it would be against the rules to be a massive asshole?
yeah, you would think.
Well, no, it's usually against the rules to pick boss characters
Yeah,
because they're just legitimately like at least 5 times better than every character in the game.
I imagine there was some dude standing back watching it happen, like, you gonna call this? And the other guy's just like, no, fuck that, I'm so bored, let's see if he can handle it.
See if this happens.
yeah.
Did you handle it?
I did. I killed 2 characters and got one to half bar before I ended up losing. So
I haven't played King of Fighters since. Fuck, you remember that absolutely shitty King of Fighters game that came out on the Game Boy Advance, like back in like 2003.
yeah,
That's the last time I played a King of Fighters game.
you haven't been feeling the Rapiakin?
No,
Not the double Rapiakin or
No.
the kickback.
no,
The voice acting in that game is so bad good.
yeah.
It's
That was the last King of Fighters. I have no idea why I stopped. I think I played that Game Boy Advance game, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to play this series anymore. I'm gonna go back to Street Fighter.
The most recent King of Fighters is pretty good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I might pick
Haven't
it.
played any of them.
Oh god, you need to play King of Fighters.
Yeah,
That's
I
one of my
know.
favorite fighting games.
All I remember when I started playing, because I played Street Fighter first. I looked at the guy they have in the orange G, and I'm like, who stole which character here? Because that looks an awful lot like Ken.
SNK is really old. And all SNK characters are from like early 90s, like real early 90s.
Yeah. See, I don't know the history behind that series because I never followed it. Like Street Fighter and used to be Mortal Kombat until I stopped giving a shit about it. Like that, those were the fighting series I paid attention to.
Yeah, I haven't played much not much Street Fighter. I stopped playing Street Fighter recently, but I haven't played much Mortal Kombat in a while because I don't really like it too much.
Yeah. Gotta waste.
Tekken, I don't play too much of it.
Tekken, I only play at conventions now.
Yeah, Tekken 5 is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's just I have a bad taste in my mouth from Cross Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken is only good when you've got the guy whose ass you're kicking sitting next to you. That's my opinion. So I'll go to. What's even better is last time I went to a convention, I wound up playing a guy in Tekken while he was in like, I don't want to call it a fursuit because it wasn't, but it was like, because it wasn't. It was an anime character. It was basically an anime character fursuit. So like he's sitting there, he's got like this big like anime face, like all like, and you can tell he's getting extremely frustrated. Like he didn't take the costume off for nothing, and it was glorious.
You can just hear under the mask, body, appa! Just coming out as he's throwing out combos.
He was getting his ass kicked. Like the only part of that costume he took off was the gloves, and
Fool.
it was brilliant. It was brilliant because I was playing that little Chinese girl that does the kicks. What's her name?
I can't remember Tekken character names.
No, neither can I. I don't remember it. Don't remember it. Either way.
Persona. I also played Persona 4 Arena again this week. That's still like at least top 10 of my fighting games. It's the only reason it's not in top 5 is because the UI in that game is so bad.
Yep, it is.
Like it has too many bars. that a couple of them don't mean anything.
And there was a game. And there was a game you were talking about before we took our break last week. Our break over last week that you've been playing a lot of.
Persona 4 Dancing all night? Yeah, I think I talked about this on the podcast too last week.
You talked no, week before last. We took last week off.
Oh yeah. Persona 4 Dancing All Night, still pretty great, guys. When that comes out, buy it, do it. GA does a backflip into exploding fireworks. It's pretty great.
He's the Lars Ultar, not Lars Ultar, god damn it, the guy from Metallica of Persona.
Lars Ulrich, or whatever his name is?
No, the lead singer dude. He jumped into like a gigantic flame thing on stage and melted his arm off. It's fucking brutal. Yeah, James Hetfield.
Well, that's metal as fuck.
Yeah, except GA, she's fine, because GA.
Because Persona.
Because Persona. I mean, I also watched her get, like, skewered by a fucking spear in the last Persona 4, and she's like, I'm good! 30 hit points. So...
Tis but a scratch.
I need... Nick, what have you been playing?
Oh, wait. The game that we all should have been playing. Shovel Knight. Who has played Shovel Knight?
I haven't played it. I should have played it, but I didn't.
Fucking good. Shovel Knight is so great. If you want to watch someone play Shovel Knight, go to youtube.com/user/evatjesus or type in Azrael Plays Shovel Knight. You'll find that shit.
Or wait.
You can't even promote your video. Shit. You haven't made it, bitch.
No, I haven't made it. I should have gone and got it. Or you could wait until I make mine once I actually download Shovel Knight, because I never downloaded it.
Yeah, Shovel Knight's... you've bought it and you haven't played it yet?
I haven't. I have so many. I have such a big backlog.
Isn't that the story of every Steam account ever?
That is the story of every Steam. I've got games from the last sale I haven't played yet. For fuck's sake.
But I
still haven't played Payday. I've owned it for like 3 years now.
I've owned
Payday.
I own
Payday ain't no Shovel Knight.
Payday is an awesome game.
It ain't no Shovel Knight though.
I want to talk about that game when it gets around to what I've been playing. But Nick, you go next.
All right. Well, the past week or so, I've been completely like swamped with doing a bunch of playthroughs. But we recently did a huge collab with like two other Let's Players of Left 4 Dead 2, which was fun.
But, shit, we were gonna do that and we never fucking did.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't that great. It'll come out on my channel eventually. But other than that, the stuff that I actually want to talk about is No More Room in Hell, which is that Half-Life 2 mod that came out a while ago. It's a standalone, and Minerva Metastasis. And let me tell you, a lot of people like No More Room in Hell. I was not one of those people.
I have No More Room in Hell downloaded.
That game fucking sucks.
I've that game downloaded, but I've never played it.
The level, the maps are unimaginative.
It's so bad.
Well, it's like basically, you have multiple ways to go through things. The multiple ways is literally 3 different straight hallways.
So it's like you have door number A, door number B, and door number C. Which one do you fucking want?
Dude, the first fucking map that I went into with the guy that I was playing with was literally a highway with cars parked on it that was blocked off at both ends.
Yep.
And if you come into a game late, you're fucked. Because everyone else takes all of the ammo and then there's none left, and you're stuck with a shovel and you die instantly.
And that's the problem with every freaking source mod almost, because no one knows how to fucking game design.
And when you
on top of that, they didn't even go with dome environment. Like they went with a gigantic cuboid environment that you are inside of. So when you look up at the sky, you can see the corners of the map.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's just bad design. That is bad design.
And okay, even if you could put all that away, then like gameplay's great though. No.
Nope.
You shoot a zombie, like shotgun to the chest, a zombie, and it's like I don't give a fuck.
They're bullet sponges.
So they're all bullets, but so it's exactly like the head crab zombies then.
Yeah. The only thing that I found that kills zombies quickly is the sniper.
Which doesn't even make sense.
Everything else. Oh yeah, which if you find it, holy shit, you went out of your way.
Yeah.
Well, like, does it only spawn in like the ass end of nowhere?
Yeah, or like on top of buildings and shit. Or like on the highway, it's inside of a car.
On top of that, everyone else knows where it is. Like, everyone knows where it is aside from you. So if you, like, don't rush your ass to get there first, somebody else will grab it and you're fucked.
Oh, and people will kill you for your weapon in that game.
Yeah.
What? Why is friendly fire even on?
Honestly, it's more efficient.
Realistic.
Honestly, it's more efficient for you to kill the person next to you and just take their gun and 1v1,000,000 the zombies than try to work with everyone.
Is it because
You're just going to get clipped by a bullet accidentally at some point.
Yep.
which is why there shouldn't be friendly... Like, the way Left 4 Dead does friendly fire is the only way I'll ever accept friendly fire in a zombie game. That's the only way I'll ever accept friendly fire. Because if you have friendly fire, realistic friendly fire in a game where everyone has guns except the bad guys, your friend's gonna get surrounded by a mob, and if you try and save your friend's gonna catch a bullet to the fucking face. You're more of a hindrance than a help. And if your friend can't, like, mow down all the guys mobbing him, he's dead, you're out a teammate, and it just becomes harder. Stupid.
Yeah.
That game has all kinds of problems with it. Like, it's still not a horrible game, but it's not good.
It's not. I will praise it for one thing. One, having your dead body get back up and kill the guy next to you is fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Two, the one black guy in the game, and this is not a good thing by any means, but it's great, his name is Jive. His name is Jive, and he has a gigantic afro. And
Does it have a
huge
comb
lips
in
and
it?
sunglasses.
Does it have a comb?
He has a pick in his hair, and he wears a black trench coat.
Have you
my
ever
God.
heard him talk?
This is brilliant.
No, they talk?
Oh yeah, sometimes they'll throw out voiceovers. Dude,
Oh my god.
I can't even replicate it. You just have to listen to it, because
Is it-
holy shit.
You remember Airplane, where the old woman speaks jive? Is it as bad
Oh,
as
dude,
that?
I love that scene. I don't know.
No,
It-
he doesn't speak jive. It's just like what people who have never met a black person think speaking thug is like.
Yeah.
Yo, homie G, we going rip rapping the blip blat.
That kind of
Like
shit.
that sort of shit?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So
That's what I
it's,
imagine.
So it's basically what Ego Raptor thinks black people sound like.
I don't know what Eager Raptor thinks black people sound like.
You ever watch Awesome Chaotix, where he makes Knuckles a black guy?
No.
That sounds like a terrible decision right from the start.
He was and probably still is horrendously racist, but we love him for it because he's a game grump or something. I don't fucking.
Wouldn't Shadow be the black character?
No, it's like because Shadow's not in Chaotix though. But basically, and this is straight from that cartoon. Vector, who you'd think would be the black guy, because he actually sounds black in the games more or less. He's like, I'm gonna go to the store and get some milk. Yeah, and then Knuckles busts in and is like, yo, for real, nig! Just out of note, like,
Sounds pretty great though.
just, no, it's terrible.
Gotta affirm
but-
that milk action.
Yeah, I mean, how else would I know if that milk was for real or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, it could be fake milk. You gotta want a nig.
Hey man, one time I went to drink a glass of milk. That shit was rice milk. Do you know how much I wish a nigga warned me?
Now he said it, it's not awkward.
Yeah, rice milk is so bad, by the
Oh,
way.
God.
I don't know why anyone ever made that shit.
So, all things considered, More Room in Hell is a terrible game, and everyone who plays it is terrible people.
Yep.
Okay, no more room in hell is the rice milk of games.
Yes.
It is the new Coke.
Yeah.
Is-
Minerva
oh,
Metastasis,
God.
on the other hand. Minerva was great. We're not done with it yet, but it's great.
What's that game about?
That is a mod for Half-Life 2 that it's like there's no direct player interaction other than the mission briefs that pop up in the left-hand side of the screen, tell you what you're doing. But basically, you just wind up on this island after hitching a ride on the bottom of a chopper, and just start killing Combine. You gotta blow up the fucking island. So,
Well,
yeah, you start working your way in.
Okay.
that's one way to do it, I suppose.
It's
Yeah.
a really it's somewhat surprising how big the map is, considering that you can walk all the way around the island 3 times and not realize it.
Alright.
Alright, so, that's everything you've been playing. isn't it?
Let's. I think I can think about some stuff that I've been playing. I played Transistor some more. Have you played
Transistor was
Transistor?
fun.
I have not played Transistor. I've been
You
meaning.
both need to play
I've been
Transistor.
meaning to. I can only do like two Let's Plays at a time, man. Come on.
Don't
I gotta.
even let's
Can't
play it.
afford
Just
it.
play the game.
I probably
It's
will.
so
Probably
expensive.
will at some point.
It's,
I gotta play Bastion first.
Oh,
No,
God.
you don't.
No,
Yeah, I
you
do.
don't. You
I mean,
don't.
there's like, I mean, Bastion's a great game, and I think I prefer Transistor from gameplay standpoint to it. by far,
I
actually.
wouldn't call Bastion an excellent game because I played through it and I'm like, there's parts where I'm like, I'm bored. If I can just like sit back in my chair and be like, I'm bored. Your game isn't as good as everyone blowing sunshine up its anus.
Well, I'll
But
be honest. I'm a patient person, so that probably wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, and I was
tend
never
to be as
bored
well.
with Bastion
I
either.
tend to be as well. What was that game I loved that you and Harrison absolutely despise?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of games. But basically, all of them are at the point of these motherfuckers don't like the opening, and they think it gets to the good part too slowly, or they've never even seen the good part.
Well, okay, if I play your game for like 5 hours and it's not good yet, fuck you.
None of them
fair.
have been 5 hours. It's like games that have like slow starts, but like get good like I think the longest a game I've suggested has taken that you call bullshit on was 3 hours, and that's even a game I didn't even defend that hard.
What game was it?
It was an RPG that you guys hated. I'm forgetting what it. God, this was like episode 2. You guys tore the shit out of this game. But
Okay,
I'm
well,
forgetting
hold
it.
on. Slow start to RPGs. Persona 3 and 4 are some of my like favorite games.
Yeah, I know, but that's
a
Persona,
45-minute cutscene
That's
before
Persona,
you do
though.
anything.
That's Persona,
Okay.
though. I'm talking. This was a Western RPG.
Oh, well, Western RPGs are
Was
usually
it
just bad.
South Park?
It wasn't South Park, cause it.
South Park has a fairly
Okay,
quick
good,
opening.
because that's a really fun game.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't even remember what RPG it was because I don't even care about it that much. But still, just bash. I mean, I can even forgive Shadow the Goddamn Hedgehog. I can forgive that game.
Oh, we're crossing into some bad territory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I'm not saying it's
That's-
good. It's just not 100%. It's not Sonic 06 level.
Well, no, but like it's almost there.
Sonic 06 is so bad.
Uh,
I even hated Sonic Adventures. You know what? I'll come right out and say it. I didn't like just about any Sonic game, but that's a personal preference. I think Sonic Adventures and Sonic 06 are on the same level.
See, I'm in the same position as you. I'm not really that into Sonic, but these motherfuckers, him and Harrison, love Sonic.
yeah.
I don't
it's
get
like,
it.
well, I love Sonic games when they're good. So you know, like.
Well, I didn't even like the good ones that much.
I didn't either. I
Like
liked that one Game Boy Advance game for the I liked it because of the boss fights. Like the boss fights were fun and intuitive. Everything else is just run, go get the coins, follow a destination path thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like an actual platformer or anything.
Yeah,
So
No.
like, I think, like Shadow the Hedgehog, at least they were trying to not suck. They were trying.
They tried so
They
hard.
tried so hard.
and I try all the time.
That's why I can forgive them, because like if you go through the right story paths, you actually can see where the effort shines through. Because there's like a couple missions like if you start like the first 3 levels neutral and then start going evil for 2 levels, then go good for the rest of it. Yeah, you have a pretty decent game, I think, is the pattern.
So
But the
what
rest of
you're
the
saying
levels,
is Shadow
levels
the
are
Hedgehog is
absolute
the best
shites.
game in
No, I'm
the
saying
Sonic
Shadow the-
series.
I'm saying Shadow the Hedgehog is a good game if you play it correctly, which is very hard to do because some of
Oh.
those objectives are fucking terrible.
Oh,
Yeah, like the one we have to shoot down the president's jet, and it's like there's no damage indicator or life bar or anything. So you
The
can like get to
president?
the you have to shoot down the president's helicopter and kill him.
I thought you were
can
the same
we-
president's daughter, and I just
What?
imagined Ashley like gliding through the air, and then just Shadow like doing like little barrel rolls trying to shoot her with like a fucking Tech 9.
That's not far from the truth, but
oh god.
anyway, as for what I've been playing loads of Game Dev Tycoon, and I finally started playing Wolf
Yes.
Among Us.
Game Dev Tycoon
Yes,
for the win.
Love that game. I love that
It's
game.
I
Other
like
people-
it, but it's not that great.
It's not an amazing
No,
game. I will
it's-
be honest, it's not for everyone, but I
Most
think
of
it's fun.
most of the fun comes from just dicking about.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, only in that game can I make a game called Africa Truck Simulator and make it game of the year for 3 years straight.
I made like 5 game 20s by accident, and they all became like bestsellers.
Mm.
I
And then
I named my
made-
game console the Fuck Boxicon.
I haven't even got to the game console yet. I have no
My
idea
com-
what I'm gonna.
my company's name was DLC Box Software,
You just made DLC.
and yeah, and it was and with my character's name is Randy Glitchford,
Oh my god.
and I literally made Borderlands 98 times,
Wow.
and it was only like it only didn't make like top sales. I think it was like it made top sales 84 times.
Oh god. That
Because you can
game.
keep on pumping that bitch out.
That game is so easy to abuse. Basically, if you make PC simulator games, you can just like if you're low on money, crank out a low-budget PC simulator game of
Exactly.
damn near anything, and you will make $20 million within the first week.
Or make a it just don't even give a fuck if you're throwing yourself into debt for this. Make a shooter and then just jack up graphics and gameplay and you're good.
That's actually
That's all you had to do.
I like to imagine that that's intentional.
Yeah, it
I
has
think
to.
it is.
It has to be.
There's no way that somebody just like looked at that and was like, yeah, that's great. That's
Bo-
Yeah.
bonus points if you name said shooter after a fish pun.
Oh, I missed out on that. I called my shooter Call of Booty and mixed it with romance because unusual topic combinations were trending.
Mine was an alternate history shooter called Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, as in Jews or Judge Judy.
Jews. It was a. I
Can we
like to
both-
imagine it was a World War II alternate history game.
I
That-
want to mix. Oh, that makes me want to mix shooter,
And
alternate
law.
history, law, and then put Hitler on one side of the court, Jews on the other, and Judge Judy on the bench.
I love Judge Judy.
Someone pulls out a gun and it turns into a shooter. I don't know how to work
And
that
Judge-
in there, but
No, Judge Judy sitting up there with she's just polishing like a solid gold like pearl inlaid gun, and whoever tells a
A
lie,
nice Glock
and
9.
whoever tells a lie, she just shoots right there.
Or she could just turn into Judge Dredd and kill the person.
I'd play
That would
that.
work too.
I'd play
Judge
that
Dreddy.
game. I
Judge Dreddy.
I would-
I'd watch Judge Dreddy.
I would play a game where Judge Judy goes full Judge Dredd. And
No, I mean she literally turns into Judge Dredd. Like, I didn't mean she starts
Stallone or the
behaving
new
like-
guy. Stallone or the new guy.
Either would work, honestly. I like the new Dredd.
I like Stallone more. I don't know why.
I do like Stallone more, but either would work for me.
Like the new guy doesn't have to take his helmet off. Like Stallone, he can't act below this mark.
to be fair, half of his face is paralyzed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not his fault, but like you can't really
It's
put.
not your fault. You're not a special snowflake, honey.
Yeah.
Just don't take off your mask and we'll be fine.
Other game I was playing, Wolf Among Us. That game pisses me off so
Why?
much. Last time I talked about it on the podcast. I'd only played the first episode, right? Because I got it during a Steam sale, and
And you were all optimistic
I was
about
so
that bitch.
optimistic. I was so optimistic. I was just like, man, that was like 4 parts. It was like 2.5 hours long, man. That was awesome as shit. I can't wait to see what happens next. I get to the second part. It's only like 2 parts long and it barely tops out an hour. And I'm like, oh, no, it's 3 parts, barely tops out an hour. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess maybe they just hit a rough patch at this point. And then third part, 2 parts. I'm going through it now. The fourth part. This is actually, I was recording it just before I entered here. I think I'm like halfway through it, like the 50-minute mark. I'm just recording it all in one go this time because doing parts is a pain in the ass. And really, the highlight of it has me beating the shit out of the Jersey Devil with the Woodsman. Nothing else good has happened because Beauty and the Beast are fucking idiots. Like all the characters just ate the retard pill, including fucking.
Pretty much in Wolf Among Us, nothing happens. It feels like nothing substantial has really happened.
It got to the point, like, I was going through it, I was like, at the first part, I was like, I'm gonna go through this, I'm gonna be the good cop, I'm gonna try and avoid fights, get into the intrigue. And then by part 2, I'm like, there is no fucking intrigue, is there? So now, whenever I see a punch, slap, slam, or fuck you, I'm hitting it and hoping a fight breaks out.
You know, it's funny that you should mention that nothing happens because you would think that if any game that Telltale has made, it should be The Walking Dead that nothing happens in because
Yeah.
it's the fucking show that nothing happens in. But in the game, it's like it's amazing. Everything is happening. It's great. It's action packed. And then Wolf Among Us. What are you doing?
I haven't even killed. I didn't even kill a man until part 3.
Well, I also will say that I think they had a bit of a easier job with to do with Walking Dead though, because
they had the full
you have
comics
the built-in tension pretty much.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
zombies and stuff. It's like, but you're doing a detective noir story. Like, I fucking love detective noir. Like, I would have bought L.A. Noir
Isn't there,
if
like,
I didn't know how
supernatural
it
shit in there,
ended.
too?
Yeah, there is. It's basically detective stuff on the background of like fables and stuff, like Tweedledee,
Well, yeah, like, have you ever
Tweedledum,
read
and all that.
Fables?
See, how do you make that boring?
I know.
It takes a special sort of
I
talent
don't
to
know,
make
and
that boring.
Fables is such like a good fucking comic book too.
Like since I started,
graphic novel.
Since I started looking up stuff about things, and like Bigby in the game is. It might be because I was
Pussy?
playing it. Yeah, it might be because I was playing as the good cop. Like every time someone called like one of the hookers a bitch, I'd step up for them and be like, "Yo, you don't say that about Bigby's bitches." And then, cause you gotta respect the women folk. And then, cause it's the 80s. and then like, and I go back and I read through it and like. Wow, he spent like 20 years murdering whoever drove the Fables out the woodlands for shits and giggles. He didn't even know he was protecting them. He just like, fuck it, free food.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
sorry, I missed like half of that after you said Big B's bitches. Now I'm thinking of opening up a business chain.
But yeah, basically, Bigby in the comics is so much bigger badass than Bigby in the game.
You and me, Nick. You and me. We're gonna go open up a hostess club, and go to Japan, open a hostess club called Big B's Bitches.
It's gotta stay in English too. They can't know what it
yeah.
means. It's just gotta have that catchiness.
And like,
If it's in English, you'll get more people anyway.
you actually
Yeah.
will. And I mean, we'll have the all the bartenders and shit dressed like Bigby.
Like the
Yeah.
the doofy tie and everything.
Yeah, it'd be great. Everyone will have to be jacked with the hairy arms.
And
We'll
the,
only
and,
hire
and, the,
white
and the,
people,
like salt and pepper shitty beard.
so no
yeah.
one in Japan.
And then you
Yeah.
have bitch burgers, and the guy standing out front, the bouncer, there'll be a sign above him that says, "Does he look like a bitch?"
It's like spoilers for part 3, but part 4 is out, so why the fuck? But like the only person that has died so far by my actions has been fucking Tweedledum. For Christ's sake, I tore his goddamn throat out, and I had to force the game to drive me to kill him. I had to specifically select him to attack out of the two brothers, and then I was holding up by his neck, and it's like, quick, kill him or spare him, and it gives you like very short, it gives you like 3 seconds to like pick, kill him or spare him, and if you don't pick anything, you spare him by default.
Do you want to kill this man? Yes. Are you sure you want to kill this man? Yes. Are you
That's
sure
basically
you don't
how
not
it goes.
Want to kill this
You
man?
don't go.
I don't know.
You don't go, and even then, after that, you've got this big battle moment. You've just torn a man's throat out. Yeah, you get immediately owned by Bloody Goddamn Mary. Like, Bloody Mary, she's not a badass. She was a vain bitch that died of her own hubris. Why is she so awesome? And why do I want to play as her instead of Big B Wolf?
She was
Fair,
pretty
the
sick in
children's story
Fables.
was awesome.
She-
Like the Bloody Mary legend, that's still like that freaked us out as kids.
Yeah, like,
They used to have a pitch dark bathroom at daycare when they told us that
Mm-hmm.
story, and they'd lock kids in there when they did the Bloody Mary thing and fuck with them.
yeah, like,
It was hilarious.
yeah, like I don't know the graphic novels, but I know a lot about like ancient mythology and all that. Because like I immediately called Grendel when I saw him. Like a guy called Gren hanging out in a place where there's going to be
yeah,
a
but,
troll
like,
under
A
a
guy
bridge
called Grin hanging out in a place called Dull.
called Trip Trap when there's trolls around. I'm like, yeah, that's going to be fucking Grendel.
I'm sorry, but like anyone could have called Grendel on that.
Yeah, I know, but like if you didn't get the reference with the 3 billy goats, because I know that fable isn't really a big thing in America. The three billy goats. I've never.
I heard that one as a kid.
Yeah, so did I.
I have not met a single person in Florida that knows that myth.
Well, it's
have you
Florida,
met someone
what they
in
know.
Florida that can read?
That's also a thing. That's also a thing. But like,
Is
Like-
it true that in Florida you have oranges instead of textbooks?
Yes. But yeah, it's basically like I don't know fables, but I know mythology. So it's like all this awesome shit, like Bloody Mary. She died because a tornado struck her home, which was basically lined with mirrors, and that's why she goes through the mirrors. It's like, why is she coming around kicking ass instead of like being all stealthy and like sneaking up on you and slitting your goddamn throat? Why is she more badass than Bigby goddamn Wolf?
That's pretty much because how they wrote her in Fables.
Because Bigby's a bitch.
Basically, why I'm the big bad wolf. It should be whenever someone bad talks Bigby, fuck you or punch should be the default option.
On a side note, can we push the fact that Harrison can't read?
Yes,
Wait, what? He can't?
All right. Yeah, he totally can't read.
Harrison can't read.
He can't read. We're
Harrison
not on a manga podcast together at all. He has me read them to him with my sweet sultry voice.
He's like lying in bed. He's got the Skype call open. He's got a teddy bear. And then Ippo punched the bear so hard it died.
That was Takamura.
Oh,
And he didn't kill the bear, he knocked it out.
I don't read Hajime no Ippo, so it's like
You should.
I
Everyone should read Hajime no... If you're watching this and you haven't read Hajime no Ippo yet, stop and go read it.
But finish
Alright,
listening to the
excuse me
podcast
while I just go
first.
read Hajime no Ippo.
God damn it!
All right, fine. I'm happy with that. As this in podcast.
It's a little bit. Another thing I've been playing but not recording is Payday 2. Game. I love that game.
It's a pretty good game.
It looks
That
like so much fun.
That game, yeah. But you know what? You know when it's not fun? When everything goes right.
Really?
Like, no, it's like I got into a couple games like just straight up starting out, and I'm like, all right then. So I got into a bank robbery. The first mission I do, there's some guys who've obviously played the game for a long time. They've got like loads of stuff. Yeah, and literally they just tell me just look, watch the camera and tag security guards. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna take them out and set the alarm? No, they wipe out all the guards, they take over the bank without a fuss, and none of them brought a circular saw, by the way, and it was a and it was a deposit box job. So we literally sat there for fucking 20 minutes picking open security boxes the long way. I mean, we got a lot of experience and a lot of money for not bringing the cops, but fuck me if it wasn't boring.
Yeah, you haven't been in one of the like high levels missions though. Those things are so awful. If someone fucks up, oh my god!
To be honest,
Like literally,
the funnest missions I've had is when someone fucks up. Because
no, you have to pretty much in a high level one. You have to ask people: are we going stealth or are we going? Are you not all sure that you can do this without fucking up? Because if you're not wearing the best tactical vest there is, you're dead. 3 seconds. You pop your head out of a corner, there are like 6 shotguns aimed at you.
some of my favorite missions are the ones where stealth isn't a thing. Like there's just some of my the meth delivery ones. Like those are some of my favorites because one, they give you a lot of money, and two, I don't have to fuck around with like I love stealth. I love stealth games, but when it takes me 20 fucking minutes to clear out a level when I could have just gone loud and emptied it out in fucking 5.
Well, that took you 20 minutes because no one brought a circular saw.
Yeah, still though.
Should have brought a circular saw.
Always bring a circular saw.
Always bring
Going
Hey,
to
man.
prom, bring a circular saw. Going to go rob a bank, bring a circular saw. Getting some McDonald's, bring a circular saw.
You're going to visit
Especially if
your
you're getting
your
smoked
in-laws, bring a circular saw.
You're definitely going to need a circular saw there. If not for the other ones, for yourself.
Yep. And other than that, I don't think I've been playing anything this week. So what's...
Oh, Peggle. I played Peggle, too.
Of course you played fucking Peggle.
Because Peggle's free on Origins right now. So.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I should have gotten that. I should get Origin. No, I shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. So what's been going on in the gaming news? I have heard absolutely nothing.
I never checked, so...
Nothing has happened. I'm just going to assume
Steam
nothing has
sale.
happened. Oh yeah, Steam sale. Is it
Yeah.
just
Still
here?
no Half-Life 3.
Yep, still no Half-Life 3, and actually we should talk about that a bit, but also first, does anyone notice that the Steam sales seem to be a bit shorter this time around?
No, I think they've always been about a week.
Yeah,
It-
they're
it
always
felt-
around like 10 days.
It felt longer last time.
You probably had less to do last year.
Probably.
Actually, you know what? It probably was longer last year. Because I feel like it was longer last year, and I've stayed up twice as long this year, so that my week has been like 2 weeks condensed into one. I've been watching a lot of Orange is the New Black. It feels like a long time has passed. It's been 2 weeks, but like, it probably has been shorter. Come to think of it.
Yeah. Look, it might just be because last time I wasn't working on an animated series, a video game, and an audio series all at the same time. So.
Oh yeah. That'll take a lot.
That'll take your sense of time away from you.
Oh, Rock Simulator 2014 exists.
And that's all that's come out.
Is that a thing? What are
Yeah,
you doing
Rock
there?
Simulator 2014.
There's probably a masturbation simulator somewhere for people that lost their dick in the war or something.
Bro, that's called Oculus porn.
That's called Japan.
That is Japan.
I want you to actually take a guess about what Rock Simulator is.
You roll down hills and smash things.
No.
You're a rock.
Yeah.
And you just
You
sit there.
Yes.
So it's basically
Really?
a tree simulator.
And you spin the camera around.
That's a rip-off of Tree Simulator. Which
I can't rip off that idea. These are all jokes that people made.
I should probably upload my Let's Play of Tree Simulator, actually.
Is it on Desura?
I haven't uploaded my Let's Play of Cliff Horse yet.
I did a Let's Play Tree Simulator as a joke for filler when I didn't have content. It is still private on my account. I have not made it public at all.
Have either of you checked out Cliff Horse yet?
I have, but I never played it.
Here's the funny. I love
that
that this man has made Notch made a game called
Cliff Horse.
Cliff Horse.
He's
I
trying
thought
to
you said Cliff Force. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
he's basically trying to see what he can get away with.
Well, like, it's not even get away with anything. He has it up on his website for free. And he's like, if you want, you can donate me money. And people have been giving him money.
And oh my god, he's not just going to release a game. There's literally just his name, and there's nothing else.
Have you played that insane text-based game that Notch has made yet?
Wait, he made a text-based game?
It's like a text-based browser game that it's like a life sim. Except and it's just like, you were born. Wait, like it's loading this amount of percent. Choose to, eat or do this. And it's like, shit like that. It's like, choose on whether you're going to have any friends or if you will spend your time studying as a child.
I have not heard of
friends
this.
so you can move away and lose them all.
This I have not heard of.
Please tell me there's a path I can take to become a serial murderer.
Probably. From what I've seen from it, Notch has a fucked life.
Notch is a crazy person.
Notch is a very depressed man.
Not just an asshole. I mean, from what I've seen of him in recent years, he's basically just been a dick.
He's kind of let the fame go to his head.
Yeah, I remember the whole Yogscast clash that he had between them. He started posting shit over Twitter, acting like they did some sort of big shit. And then they came out with the video where they listed everything that happened frame by frame, and they were like, we got clearance for this didn't happen, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And it was very, very obvious that Notch had fucked up, and a day later he's like, guess I was wrong, I must have been drunk. What the fuck, Notch? You don't get to do that.
That's like some Rob Ford level excuse.
And then he does the whole O times 10 to the C thing, where he gets people super hyped. He makes the whole like character creator. He's like, this is gonna be FTL in first person, and then he completely scraps it. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, he does that. He's a prick. He's a prick. He comes up with game ideas and he never follows through, even when the game idea would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, what especially pisses me off is as much as I don't like the Yogscast for their bandwagoning, like, they're pretty nice guys, like, from what I can
think they do a
tell.
whole lot of bandwagoning.
Like, well,
I think they do some popular games every
They
time.
jumped on board Goat Simulator like that, like,
come on, everybody did, though.
I know, that's why I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I mean, if I was decently large, I'd probably jump on Goat Simulator as well, but, like...
You know what? Yeah, I'll stop you right here. At least they're not making fucking My Little Pony karaoke videos. 9 episodes in, and they're 20-minute episodes? What are you doing?
It's a social experiment.
No, it's not.
What's disappointing is that you're doing that, and I'm still getting 2 views per video on Bioshock Infinite.
Dude, I didn't get jack shit on Bioshock Infinite, okay?
No one wants to watch a Bioshock Infinite Let's Play.
Well, now I've learned my lesson. I'm going to see if the DLC goes any better. No one's watching Pid either.
It doesn't. but the DLC does not do any better. I've done that entire game.
Just do anime reviews.
Yeah. And by the way, when I'm like, I only have the one computer to render out and uploads. All right. So the reason those My Little Karaoke videos exist is because I had nothing to do, and then people started asking for more. That's the only reason they exist.
Oh, dude, don't even get on me about one computer. I got one shitty laptop with the worst graphics card ever. I gotta, like, wait 7 hours between doing anything.
Oh, God. Okay, so what's the dude's name who is always... No, not always, but he was, pretty big in gaming news, had his, like, little freak out.
Phil Fish?
Phil Fish.
Phil Fish, okay.
Fuck
did you
Phil
see
Fish.
the last shit that Phil Fish
Oh,
was...
yeah, that motherfucker.
It was so bullshit.
We didn't get to talk about that in our last podcast
No.
because it hadn't happened yet.
Yeah,
Oh, did you guys see the Total Biscuit response video to that?
Yes.
It was so well. I love Total Biscuit for this shit. I have subscribed to him specifically for whenever weird shit happens and he has to make a response to it. It's always great.
So, man, like...
But yeah, so we can just talk about, like, his... Let me find his quote on it real quick.
I can basically paraphrase it while you're looking for it. Basically, for those of you who don't know or didn't give a fuck, but Phil
In
Fish...
essence, it was, if you've played games and made recordings of them, you owe me money. Fuck you, gamers.
Basically, he compared it to uploading movies to YouTube. Which is stupid.
Totally wrong.
Which is stupid. Like, Let's Playing isn't just you play a game. Like...
You add commentary to
You
it,
add
and on top of that,
you
people
add-
that watch a Let's Play are like 2 times more likely to buy the game.
Yeah, like going back to the Notch thing, like that's why everyone got so pissed when Notch raged out the Yogscast. When fucking, if it weren't for the people like the Yogscast and C-Nanners, Minecraft would never have been a thing. Because,
Yeah.
like I've played Minecraft, I own a copy of Minecraft, I've played it maybe for 2 hours in the last 2 months.
Dude, I just completely stopped after I
last
got
2
bored of
months.
vanilla.
I haven't played, like, in a year and a half.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Minimum.
last two. Like, I played 1 hour last month and 1 hour this month. That's it.
Yeah, still, though, like, I haven't played the game in years.
Yeah,
Bruh,
the game.
I haven't touched it since Tekkit died.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, like, and when I said played, I mean I had some friends that wanted to play it still because they don't give up the ghost. That's it.
Yeah. It's mostly a kid's game now,
It is. It is super a kid's game.
which is fine. You know
Which
what?
is-
We've had our time.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's especially terrible when everything on like Let's Play videos or Let's Play collab on Reddit is, hey, who wants to play Minecraft? I'm 12 years old. Wait, that's too low of a voice. I'm 12 years old. My name's Little Billy. Who wants to play with me? I'm COD Sniper 1999.
No,
Sorry.
man, you left out the sniffs and the constant stuttering. Hey guys. Today we're doing a Let's Play of Minecraft. I'm gonna go digging for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna come back. Oh, look, guys, I found diamonds on the first episode. No one does that. Sorry I don't have a whole lot to
Please
say
stop.
here.
Please stop. You're hurting me. It's especially bad because I've gone back and watched like my old Let's Plays from before I stopped back in 09.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's so bad. I immediately went through my video list and I was like, fuck this one, fuck this one, fuck this one, fuck this one, fuck this one. This one can stay for nostalgia.
I had like 9 episodes of me playing vanilla Minecraft back from when I started in freshman year of high school. Oh, Lord.
Going back
Why?
and watching your old YouTube videos. Oh my god, that's a way to make you either feel very good or very bad about yourself. One of the
What
two.
makes me sad? What makes me sad is that my older YouTube videos are still the most popular on my channel. We did a League of Legends series like a year and a half ago,
But
and it is still the single most popular 3 videos on my channel.
And I still don't understand why people would ever watch someone play League of Legends
Yeah.
besides like streamers.
well, the thing is, back then though, back like before, like even as early as like 2 years ago, YouTube was a much different place view-wise. Like you could upload damn near anything and get 100 views. I mean,
yeah.
literally, I have a video from right before I quit, that was literally like 20 seconds of just gameplay footage and a joke, and like fucking it's my most viewed video. And then there was this shitty Easter egg finding thing I did with some friends, like back when I was like a freshman in like even before I was a freshman in high school, I think even earlier than that, and it got so many more views. It was like one of them is up to like 20,000 views.
Oh, dude, I can top that. Back when I was in middle school, I used to do Lego-mations, which were claymations, but with Legos.
Mm-hmm.
Each of those has at least 300 now. I can't delete the channel because I can't get back into it. They're so fucking terrible. They're like 1:30 long max. Each of them has 300, and that's more than any video on my channel.
Yeah.
There is one, or actually I found the quotes right after this so I can read them out. But there is one thing that I've watched that somebody, like, this kid's gonna be like, fuck, this has like 300,000 views. It's just this kid, you remember those like skateboard things?
The
where you
tech
did it
decks?
with your fingers? Tech decks?
Yes!
Yeah, some kid with a scooter
Those things were
doing
fucking
that.
rad.
And he took a compilation of him doing tricks with a little tech deck thing. So there's like a scooter one. So it was literally just you holding onto the scooter and flicking it. But
Tech decks were fucking rad back in the day,
Dude,
man.
but yeah, so
Back in middle
he
school
takes,
and elementary school, man, those were like the collector shit.
No, yeah, but he did editing work for this, or just turned off the camera and turned it back on again and stuck it together. But still, he did some work. He put over like an overlay of like some 90s metal band. I can't even remember what the fuck the song was, but it was like, yeah, this is a 13-year-old making this. And it's just him doing that. And it's just this little fat kid wheezing, and you can hear the camera going. The funniest thing I've watched in a while. And I hope that kid looks at that and he's like, shit.
I kind of wish YouTube was still like that, where like, you know, even if you posted absolute fucking toss, someone would find it.
Like
and,
everyone did.
Yeah, like everyone did, and it would like, seriously, like back in the day, I was making like I didn't do any editing work, like I didn't think about what I was gonna say beforehand. I didn't like nowadays when I go into a Let's Play, yeah, I will go 5 episodes in before I upload a single thing and be like, do I want to upload this? Yes or no? If yes, keep going. If no, fuck you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot.
like nowadays you put in hours of work into that
Yeah,
shit.
back then it was one and done, and then if you wanted, and no matter what the quality was, you just kept going, and you would get like upwards of 1,000 views for something terrible, and of course, like back then, like when they had the star system, like you would have very few stars, but people would still watch and people would still subscribe. Like I think before I quit back in 2009. Like, and this was like on the tail end of like basically a hiatus, and back then if you didn't post, people were desubscribed. I had maybe 600 subscribers or something before I quit, and I came back, I had 1/10 of that. And now, like, I'm only just hitting 200. Like, and this is like from like almost a year of being back and posting damn near every day. Like, I miss those days where like just the YouTube algorithms would always just point someone at something, no matter how many views it had. I miss that algorithm, and I love that algorithm, because back then you didn't have to go groveling to Reddit, and I fucking hate Redditors.
Dude, I can't even get shit from Reddit. I got 58 subscribers after 2 years.
Yeah, I hate Reddit. I hate Reddit because just... there's... On our Let's Play and Let's Play videos, people are either like, hey guys! Or they're like, huh, you're only doing this for 2 years? I've been doing this since I was 20 and I'm currently 30. Yes, I was doing this before YouTube. Go fuck yourself, you plebeian. I'm gonna go sniff my own asshole and then tongue it a little.
That's a precise summary of all of Reddit. We are not a welcoming community, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They need to learn to fucking love and tolerate and shit. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so yeah, I have the quotes from Phil Fish here.
Oh god, we completely forgot about that.
Oh shit, we did! And we're almost reaching
so
our time.
YouTubers should have to pay out a huge portion of their revenue to the developers from which they steal all their content. Revenue should be shared with the developers. This should be built into YouTube. Anything else is basically piracy. And then, if you generate money from putting my content on your channel, you owe me money. Simple as that. If you buy a movie, are you allowed to then stream the entirety of it publicly for people to watch for free? No, because that's illegal. Systems are in place to prevent that. But buy Fez, put all of it on YouTube, turn on ads, and make money from it, and it's totally fine. And the developer should in no way be compensated from the work being freely distributed to the world. Right, makes sense.
In the words of Total Biscuit, right, well, that is just Phil Fish, he's not the right man for this to happen to. Absolutely the worst kind of game developer to have come out and talk about this topic at the time.
This guy, Phil Fish, like, I don't like Fez. I fucking hate Fez. I think it is a terrible game.
It's so
that's
poorly coded.
It's a terrible game that's overhyped, easy to break. I don't like it at all. But what I did respect for Phil Fish back when he first exploded was he was thrust into the limelight on a game that really didn't deserve to be in that limelight. So, of course, it went to his head and he fucked up. But this just shows that I was wrong and that, no, he wasn't just forced into it by a thing. He's just a prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a dick.
Like, when
I mean...
Hang on, my cat just
Okay,
opened
yeah,
my
but there's
door.
like...
Hang on a sec.
There's honestly, like, a question of it, like, obviously for video games, yeah, like, no. No one's watching the game.
No one's watching the game. They're there for the voice.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've played Yakuza 4. I'm not watching two best friends play it because I need to get a refresher on that bitch. Like...
Yeah, because they
My only
fucking
time-
suck. Because they fucking suck at that game.
There is
Until they got to fuck, I'm forgetting his name. The guy in the white suit. Forgetting his name.
Kiryu,
thank you.
the main character from, like, 3 games.
For some reason, like, for some reason I thought his name started with Kaz because of that fucking orphan girl who keeps calling him Uncle Kaz. Because they changed his name twice, okay? Leave me alone. But, like, you're not watching for the game. Like, if I wanted to watch a game being played, yeah, then I would just turn off the audio and watch one, or watch one of those old-fashioned YouTube walkthrough videos.
Yeah.
Remember, like, from way back in the day where someone would just play the game?
God, back in the
Someone
day.
would play the game with absolutely no commentary.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was a simpler time.
It was a
Honestly, I
simpler
sure
time.
as hell am not watching Game Grumps play Sonic 06 for Sonic 06.
Yeah, it's like it's like we were saying. It's like Let's Players go into most good Let's Players. Yeah, go into games with an idea of what they want to say, how they want to say it, and what audience they're catering to. They are not going in there saying, "Hey guys, let's play this fucking game." They're not there for the game. They're there for the personality. Like,
Yeah, the only times I will ever look for a Let's Play without commentary in mind is when I am curious about what the gameplay is like, and I cannot find a good demonstration on your Steam page.
Yeah.
Yeah, or, like, if I'm looking for a cutscene or something.
Yeah,
Like-
or like one of those bandwagon games. Like, I'm sure, like, when someone Let's Plays Goat Simulator or one of the other bandwagon games whose names I forget because I'm terrible with goddamn names.
Minecraft.
Well, I don't want to say Minecraft. It's not a band.
Terraria.
Yeah, that used to be. Like, basically, when you do a bandwagon game, those are the guys you're looking for. The guys who look for the game title, not the Let's Player. Yeah. Sorry, I just burped. Like you're not like Phil Fish is a fucking idiot. He completely missed the point, and plus, I don't think Fez would have done as well if it weren't for the viral marketing it received, which would be in part by people who put his game on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's
Simple
an
as
idiot.
that.
He's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, well, Phil Fish is an idiot. Who would have fucking guessed?
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah. Surprising no one.
Yep. It's not a surprise to anyone.
And I mean, God, there's...
Again, in the
like,
words of Total
especially-
Biscuit, not a surprise at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Like, Harrison and I have views on a fucking, like, Dragon Ball Evolution Let's Watch we did.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I mean, no one is watching a Dragon Ball Evolution Let's Watch for Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
it's
Why
the
was
same.
that ever made?
Yeah, it's the same thing like with all like the reacts videos as well on YouTube. It's like no one goes in to watch like Jack T. Herbert, Ratchetness, me, or any of the other hundreds of reactors on YouTube because they want to see the tiny YouTube video about this big in the top corner of the screen. They want to see what the guy reacting to it has to say. I mean, shit.
Oh, Slender.
Or Slender,
Oh,
yeah.
that was a
People did
jam-packed
not
game.
watch hundreds of Slender videos simply because Slender was a great game. It was not even a remotely, okay game.
It wasn't a passable game.
Yeah, my only regret is that I never jumped on that bandwagon because that's how PewDiePie
did.
got popular.
My only
I got
regret
98 minutes.
is
Yeah,
having phonitis.
98 views on Slender is what I got, and that was just from our own accord, just being funny on that.
Yeah.
So
well,
that
98 views. That's still like that's really that's what you gotta do when you're starting out. You gotta
Yeah.
grab the bandwagon games. Like if when a new video comes out that I know is gonna be insanely popular, fuck, what's that? I'm scared. I'm not scared or something. Whatever the fuck's that video series called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't hug me,
Don't hug me, I'm scared. That's the one. Like, when a new one of that comes
Oh.
out, I guarantee you hundreds of people are gonna fucking react and shit. And when a new Slender game comes out, hundreds of people are gonna fucking let's play that.
Actually,
Face cam.
Yeah,
Slender's
basically.
not a good example of that. They did the first game that got really big and everybody did videos on it, and
No, I mean the next Slender, because there's always gonna be another. Like, I didn't mean like the next thing in the Slender franchise. You know, it's always
Let's
gonna be.
play of. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, there's
Anyway,
always gonna
still
be
talk.
there's always gonna be a horror game that follows that. Okay, now you can talk.
Okay, yeah, this isn't even really a bandwagon thing. The next, oh god, Skype stop.
I got dropped.
Okay, we're all here again.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
So next game, this is like I said, this isn't even really a bandwagon thing. That I'm just gonna do a let's play of for sure.
What is it?
Is whenever they make an Attack on Titan game that isn't
Oh,
the
yeah.
browser game.
Yes. Well,
But the
well, that's
browser
just
game is
without.
fantastic.
That's just without a
Oh,
thing. That's just without a thing. Whenever there's going to be an Attack on Titan game, you have to play it because it's either going to be Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 or Shadow of the Colossi. One of those two is going to be the case, and either way, it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be completely amazing or just shit.
I
Exactly.
don't even like Attack on Titan that much.
I don't
honestly.
No, I
I
don't.
think it's a good anime for people who have never watched anime.
Yeah.
like
No,
the thing
dude,
with
I have
Attack.
a friend that doesn't do anime, and he watched it. He doesn't shut up about it, and it pisses me off so much. I tried to get him to watch Darker Than Black for more than like
Oh,
2
yeah.
episodes,
Like,
and he wouldn't have it.
Like, I'll watch anime, like, when it, like, I don't actively seek out anime, but, like, I have watched a good deal that's suggested to me. Because, like I said, I'm a shameless whore, I listen to, or watch everything that's suggested of me. But, like, even I'm watching Attack on Titan, and I'm like,
Go
I've
watch
seen...
porn.
Already done that. What do you think I was doing
Yeah.
beforehand?
Go
We
watch
can't see
Free.
your waist, so yeah.
Go
I
watch
could be
Free
doing it
Swim
right
Club.
now.
Do it.
No.
Just watch it.
No, I don't
Free
take
is so
suggestions
good,
from
though.
you anymore.
Anymore. One of
did-
the first.
I did once. It was terrible. But yeah, basically Attack on Titan, I don't see the appeal. Like other animes have done the same thing, only better.
I will give it this. It has a gorgeous art style.
It
It
does.
is-
That's one
it is
improvement
well-
over the manga. The manga has a
It has
shitty art style.
good characters. It has good characters, and it is occasionally very well paced. Other than that, the plot line is not that amazing. It's really okay scripting, not great scripting, and it's not amazing.
Not
Like it's a
good.
good anime, it's not amazing.
Yeah.
I think I like the abridged series more, and that's only had one episode.
Haven't even watched the abridged.
You should, because because it involves the line "Sweet Mother Teresa" on a Mercedes Benz, and it sounds like it's being said by fuck, what's his name? He plays Krunk on Emperor's New Groove.
Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. It sounds just like Patrick Warburton. I don't think it is him, but it's someone who sounds just like him.
Huh.
That's all right. But yeah, like Attack on Titan, that's a fucking thing.
That's-
Like, have you read the manga for it at all?
I've
I have a friend that read it.
I've read some of it online. It is fucking terrible.
Goddamn unreadable.
It is
Like,
horrible.
Wow.
Mike-
Is it really?
Yeah, okay, like it's not like unreadable because the pacing is bad. No, it's literally unreadable. Like you can't see the lines to read.
The art style is terrible. The speech bubbles are placed incorrectly. The font is fucking terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean,
I mean, would that'd probably just be a bad
no, that's not
translation.
No, it's
okay.
no.
The speech bubbles and like the font, I don't give a shit about that. Literally, the art is drawn in such a way that it like forces your eyes to be drawn to it.
Yeah.
But it's very messy and not inked correctly, and like all the lines, it's not like, oh, I drew a curve because I meant for it to look like that. You can tell someone's hand was shaky when they were drawing this.
Yeah, it's like it's like fucking Michael J. Fox drew it.
Pretty much.
Really?
No,
They didn't even bother to try and digitally ink over it with like Photoshop to make it look nice.
Yeah, which is stupid. It's like this whole hand drawn by Michael J. Fox in a Richter scale 9 earthquake.
Okay, so do you remember? Did you either of you read Berserk?
No.
Nope.
God damn
I'm
it.
watching. I'm watching the best friends play the game of it though. If that helps.
No, it doesn't help. Because I was
What was
gonna
that
say,
laugh?
like the entirety of the drawings in Attack on Titan are like the drawings during like multiple people fighting guts at once.
As
in
it
Berserk.
just spurts of lines and blood
Spurts
everywhere.
of lines, and you don't know what the fuck.
Is that his
Maybe.
penis or his pancreas?
Maybe that's a Titan. I don't know.
That's
Maybe
pretty
it's a
comparable.
building.
That's pretty comparable to Terraform Mars, which is a great manga. It's wonderful. I love it. But the fight scenes are so confusing.
Nick, why are
Yeah.
you not on the manga cast? Come on, bro.
Because I don't read a whole lot of manga.
he also can't keep up with our manga pace.
Uh,
Where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna read 140 chapters this week.
This is probably a bad time to mention. I've not completed a single manga. I've only read 2.
Ooh.
well, the only anime that I've watched every episode all the way through is like the mainstream stuff, like Dragon Ball and shit. So I'm in the same boat. I never even read the damn things.
I have started Full Metal Alchemist, and I haven't finished it because I'm trying to buy all of them. Because I started up a collection of 3-in-1s, and there's a perfect number of 3-in-1s to complete my collection and make it OCD.
I'm sad to say that I only know enough Full Metal Alchemist and also Brotherhood, I think it is, to basically get the jokes on Reddit, and that's about it. I've never watched it all the way through.
God damn.
I'm missing
that sucks.
6 volumes.
It's a
That's
terrible
it.
day. It's a terrible day for Rain.
I hate you. So to put this in context, I'm currently reading 6 manga,
Yes.
and none of that's for the podcast.
Yep.
Not a single one of those is for the podcast. This is all personal.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Loser.
I'm
God.
way past the age where calling me a nerd isn't anything wrong. I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, this is... yeah, I'm a nerd.
Yeah, I think
I've never cared about like being called nerd. People used to
Yeah,
use it
me
as an
either.
insult, and I'm like, no one gives a shit.
it makes
Yeah,
me
pretty
sad
much.
because when I was younger, like I actually did do stuff like that. I'd read through like comic books and like mangas, like fucking volumes and arcs at it. And my cat opened the fucking door again. I would like he keeps doing it. I need to get a knob on this fucker. But basically, I would just read like books and books and books and books of manga and comics and movies and all that, and then like nowadays, like I sit down and I'm reading through it. I'll look up and I'm like, shit, I need to record some lines for this thing, or shit, I need to write a script for this, or shit, I need to go yell at the art team. It's like,
Dude, I get that. Like,
I read manga as I do those things.
it's like you want me to like be sitting on a Skype call with my artists. Who, by the way, are drawing who are drawing the characters with like suggestive faces just to fuck with me. Yeah, there's like sitting with my legs up with a fucking copy of Full Metal Alchemist. Like, yeah, you guys need to stop drawing the characters in pornographic poses. This is a kids' cartoon. Come on.
Well, yeah, just do. Well, you don't even. First of all, paperback copy scrub. Get the fuck out. Just read it online, or read it on your phone or your tablet.
Yeah, that's another problem I have. I need the paper because I have. Like my eyes don't do reading off a big computer screen now. Like unless it's like in night mode.
that.
Unless it's in like night mode. But what manga comes in fucking white on black?
Read it on this shit.
you could invert the colors on your phone.
You could
That is true.
invert the colors on
That
your
is
phone.
true.
Currently, the only time, the reason I don't read a whole lot of manga is I just don't have time for all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can watch some episodes of, like, a show or anime late at night when it's, like, 2 in the morning and I've done everything for the day. But, like, as is, my schedule is I wake the fuck up, I go and, like, work on whatever drawing I have to do for the day to improve my art skill or get it done. I edit some videos, And then by the time I'm done with all that, I have a bunch of YouTube videos to watch because I enjoy doing that more than I do anything else. Really.
That's basically how my day goes. Like it's wake up, do like stuff around the house, try and look for an actual job, which I hope I never get in some small. Oh, Dan, there's the Skype gone. Nick, you still here? No, you're not. So, how are you guys doing?
He's the one recording this.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
All right.
But yeah, it's
so pretty much what I do is get up while I'm doing shit. Like, I'll go while I'm at work, while I'm teaching children to swim and do arithmetic.
Yeah, you're reading manga.
Are you a camp counselor?
No.
Yeah, but it's but for me.
I'm a private tutor.
Yeah,
They found me on Craigslist, and I was like,
basically.
I'll do that shit for like $8 a day. Whatever.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my thing is wake up, do some chores, look for a job, yell at the art team on one project, yell at the art team on another project, and then yell at each writer at the same time, and hope that they don't realize each other exists.
What exactly is this art team for?
One is for a video game, the other is for an animated series. I can't exactly reveal much because a lot of it is in pre-production right now.
I see.
Yeah.
And also, while you're yelling at them, you should be on your phone reading Tokyo Ghoul or Hajime no Ippo.
Like the only time I really have time for anime is in show form because I can watch that and do other stuff because I'm a writer, so I need to be able to like look at my like word processor and type like so and so beat the shit out of whatever, and then I look over and I see Goku beating up Cell or whatever.
See, this is why I really fucking enjoy Welcome to Night Vale, because I can listen to that while I'm doing art. I've gotten through all 48 episodes of Welcome to Night Vale just while drawing comics.
Yeah.
It's great.
Anime is
really pay too close attention to it.
Yeah, anime is really good for people that write or draw because you don't have to turn away and read off a page. You can either listen to it or watch it when you take a break.
You see, I've never had these problems. I wrote papers, like 25, 30-page papers, like for my college classes while I was reading manga. So I've never had that issue.
Yeah.
See, let me tell you when I find time to read manga now. When I sit through my 2 to 3 hour sessions of like insurance courses to get a discount, I'll sit there and I'll have my phone up reading Terraform Mars, and the fucking video will be blabbing away, and it's just like, do this to manage this form and get a discount on your driving. And I'm like, huh?
I think the last time I actually read a thing was when I was actually in a lecture for a psychology class. I think that's the last time I actually ever read a because it was it was one of those bullshit psychology classes, the ones that they say, hey, take psychology because it will teach you more about game design, but it's just like the teacher sits there. Yeah, but it's really just one of those classes where the teacher sits there and says, right, here's the basics of why people do whatever, just sit here for 3 hours and do whatever the fuck, I don't care.
So basically a packet teacher.
Basically, yeah. And then there's another psychology course like further down that actually does it.
Yeah, I did my reread of Berserk in a biology of the brain course. That was still got a B in that class.
Yeah.
Fuck psychology courses. I have not found a psychology teacher that was serious about their job.
Yeah, psychology isn't really that hard of a topic unless you're going for a degree to be a shrink.
Yeah, it's easy to understand. It is well organized. Your brain does this. You do this in reaction. Like I could memorize it pretty easily. But the teachers, they just don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's like the highlights of my psychology class where the teacher explained how to commit suicide when there were actually people on suicide watch in the class, like people who had legitimately attempted suicide before. She's like, well, what you
taking notes?
I think that was the only time they'd ever actually paid attention. The teacher actually, she had like an airsoft gun in her desk for some reason, and someone brought it up. I don't remember how, but she pulled it up and she's like, "Well, see, most people commit suicide. They hold the gun like this because that's what they, which is a bad idea. And it's like because this is what they see on the movies, but actually, or they do under here. But the way to actually commit suicide is to put it." And she keeps talking as she's doing it with the airsoft gun, and hook the gun in here like this, and fire, taking out your brainstem in one go.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
Wow.
Why are you saying this?
I mean, I've never had like even a neurology teacher go like do that, but neurology I pretty much knew like right here.
Well, it's just common sense. But most
Yeah.
people that commit suicide don't exactly have common sense.
Eh. Hey man,
The
sometimes
highlight-
they have a lot of sense and they're like, fuck this.
The highlight of my psychology course was having a ghetto teacher from New Jersey tell us about all of her stories back from when she was a kid and how she used to fuck up. She's
Black-
one of those crazy moms.
Black ghetto or Snooky ghetto?
Black ghetto.
Okay, that must have been a fun course.
Oh yeah, that was hysterical. She didn't teach worth a shit, but she was funny as hell.
Wow, that's all that matters. You're going to college.
Jessica Mills. If by some stretch of fate you're watching this, Ms. Mills, sup?
If you're paying for college, it doesn't matter if the teacher's any good, so long as they give you an A, or at least a B.
And every course is like, aren't you guys here to learn the material? No.
No.
I'm here for you to give me credit. So tell me
Yeah.
how much I need to do for you to give me credit.
Like until you
Diploma.
until you reach the courses where it's actually shit you don't know, and that's when you start giving a fuck. Which is
This is
like,
how this works. You give me diploma. I take diploma. I leave. I give diploma to employer. Employer give me job.
Yeah.
I take money and go home.
I spend rest of life trying to pay off student debt.
Realistically, employer doesn't give me job because another man who has worked the same type of job for 10 years and has diploma
Yep.
applied. I go home and
Alternatively,
cry
someone else
and
works
look at
for
my
cheap.
$60,000 in debt.
Yep. I get degree in game development. I go try to get a job instead. Work at Starbucks for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah, you might as well have gotten a fucking English degree.
Yeah. Well, that's where having knowledge of how to run a company starts, and you make your own indie company, but then wind up poor anyway. But at least you're making games.
And I was gonna say, you still might as well have gotten a fucking English degree.
Still, but you can't make an indie company out of an English degree.
No, you can.
See, my big fear is
What company? What company would you make with with an English degree?
Editing company. Tutors.
Get the fuck
Be a
out.
tutor.
Get the fuck out.
No, you get out. I'm the host of this call, bitch.
Shit.
Yeah,
Wait,
see,
are
my
you?
big fear. Oh, are you?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm the one who made the call.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
That's why
Oh.
when you disconnected and then drop us all.
Yeah, that makes sense. See, my big fear is someone who's going in for graphic design is that, like, no one's going to want to hire a graphic designer. Even though I know realistically there are a lot of positions where that's, like, a big
Yeah. Oh,
thing. Like,
it's the
people
same
those-
thing. Well, it's the same thing with game development. Game development has a lot of things, but the thing is, there's also a lot of people who have that degree to start with. There's a lot of jobs, but there's also a lot of applicants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, which is.
So guys, I need to brief interlude here. I just had something amazing happen. I
What?
just doubled up 8 times in a row in the same like card switch in Persona 3.
Oh, you're playing Persona. You're doing what Harrison does. Okay.
I do
Wow.
this every week.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I'm much more like engaged in the topic than Harrison. He plays like Metal Gear and shit.
He does.
He's playing a turn-based RPG.
Ah.
Hitting A and then pressing down the left stick and then stopping it, like stop
Dude.
looking at it.
If the
I
host were here, he'd be try-harding Pokemon X and Y so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, doing the perfect EV training.
What a fag.
I think the fact that we've moved on to like the viability of college degrees means we've run out of topics for the week. So should we start wrapping this up? I mean, we've gone for like an hour 20, so
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we were aiming to like cut down on podcast length anyway, and this seems like right about the right time.
Tough economy, gotta shorten your podcast.
Well, also no one watches a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Zach,
Dream.
Zach, what are you playing this week? What's
This
going
week,
on?
I'm playing some Shovel Knight. Persona, I'm always playing. I'm always playing the fight games. Fuck. Can't think of anything else I'm playing for my Let's Play channel, which you can find at Azrael Plays on YouTube. I also do manga and anime reviews.
So basically, just go there if you think he might have something, because he doesn't fucking know yet.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I said Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's going up. Maybe I'll eventually record the rest of Star Sword Academy.
I still haven't uploaded that. Still
See,
haven't
neither have
uploaded
I. I still have an episode from like 2 weeks ago. I still haven't uploaded.
Dude, I stopped playing Mega Man because I couldn't make it past Ang Badang. So fucking... I stopped playing that game. I was like, fuck it! I have 3 hours!
Go to Harrison's channel, but not for Let's Plays. You
Yeah.
need to go there to watch us review manga for about an hour and a half, maybe
Yeah.
an hour. Last week we talked about Tokyo Ghoul, which was pretty hype. Actually, no, wait, that's a dirty lie. Because we recorded like 3 weeks worth of shit. Because he's gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, where'd he
So
go?
the last episode to go up is Samurai Deeper, which was still pretty good. Then there'll be an episode of, still on schedule, an episode of Sidonia no Kishi and Tokyo Ghoul going up.
You just
Which will
ruin
be
it.
Followed by a Kame ga Kill, which you guys should read.
Alright, and Nick, what's going on with you, bro?
Alright, well, every Tuesday shows the premiere of a new PID for up until fucking August. Because I recorded like a shit ton of that in one day, like 9 hours of footage. It's all coming out over time. Some days.
PID?
PID, yeah, the game PID, man.
The fuck is PID?
The fuck is PID?
It's a ridiculously hard platformer, and you should go to my channel, Green Force Gaming, to find out. And that's all I'm gonna fucking say. It's a little boy in space doing shit with stars. I don't give a shit. But
Well.
yeah, it's not that great. It's fun to watch me rage, but it's not a good game.
So it's a rage game. Okay, I'm just gonna take notes here.
Not exactly a rage game. It's supposed to be just a normal platformer, but the difficulty is ridiculous.
So it's not
yeah.
like unfair Mario levels.
It is like unfair Mario levels, just not as bad.
Oh.
But yeah,
Well.
that happens every Tuesday. Sundays, we have 4 episodes of Pokemon Emerald coming out over the next 4 weeks. And our last episode of Bioshock Infinite just ended Friday. And so in its place, Left 4 Dead 2 is coming out, because I talked about that earlier in the podcast. A playthrough of No More Room in Hell and Minerva Metastasis. And eventually we'll be doing the Saints Row 4 DLC and Terraria Let's Play.
Oh, that DLC's great.
Oh god, Terraria, Terraria birthed this goddamn podcast, and I hate that game so much right now.
I thought Magica birthed it.
No, Magica and Terraria birthed it.
Yeah, it was in the same day, because neither game fucking worked.
Yeah.
So Wizard and Cole the Guide fucked, and all of a sudden you had a podcast.
No, actually, Magica wouldn't let us start a game, and then Terraria, I think everyone lost the footage.
No, we didn't. I deleted the footage because.
Oh, nothing happened. Nothing
Yeah,
happened.
fucking nothing happened because it was Terraria.
Yeah, like I don't like. Normally, there's like a random event by that point, but no. No matter how we cut it, there was no good.
It eventually got to the point where we were just boss hunting.
Yeah. Eventually, it was just us with like copper armor trying to summon the biggest bosses.
Damn.
Yeah.
But no, eventually Terraria is coming out. I'm really looking forward to that Saints Row 4 DLC. Saints Row 4 has been one of my favorite games of the past few years.
That game was
DLC
super
is
fun to
so
play.
Good. The
I
DLC is so good.
I'll be achievement hunting the shit out of that. I've already got the platinum trophy.
God, I am super jealous of you having someone else on your channel, because that means you can play co-op games I can't play. You jackass.
No, none of them, it's never over the air playing games together. It's literally I sit in a chair next to them and coach them through playing it. That's the Gaming with Friends series.
So basically you're game crumps. Thanks for ripping it off, you douche. I'm kidding. I actually watched some of your videos. They're pretty neat.
Thank you. That's what happens most times. They end up having a fun time, and I end up yelling and wanting to still drink afterwards.
It's like, oh god, when I try to teach someone how to play King of Fighters, I was this close to slapping my best friend when he was like, What's the motion cancel? Like, I'll kill you. I swear to God. If you don't understand what a feint is, you deserve to die.
Speaking of being terrible at fighting games, this is what I'm playing this week on youtube.com/user/SpartanInSpace. I bought Skullgirls for some reason.
We should make some videos.
Yes, we should. But also, yes, you will. And that's going to be part of a new series called Let's Attempt to Not Suck at Skullgirls. Basically, I've played Skullgirls like once at a convention and never touched it since. But I do remember I think I'm gonna be playing Parasol because I've been doing some looking up and she seems pretty cool. And yeah, that's basically going to be a thing. Prepare to, if you like Skullgirls, prepare to clench your butt. If you have no idea how to play fighting games, me either. Unless it's Street Fighter. And
Street Fighter 3. I
Street
was the
Fi-
only person that liked that.
yep, I haven't played.
Yeah,
I haven't.
you were.
And other than that, I'm going to be playing Wolf Among Us. The end of episode 3 goes up. I think the day this goes up on Procreate, unless Rob delays it. And then episode 4, I'm just going to release all in one go because separating it into parts is a pain in the goddamn ass. Well, because it's not even a long part. It's like 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half. No point. And then after that, there's still Game Dev Tycoon, and I've got a couple other games I picked up on the Steam sale I want to do. I still want to do Alan Wake. I've been sitting on that since I started.
I've been sitting on that for the past year. Got all of it for $4 on a sale.
Yeah,
never
that's
touched it.
yeah.
That game is okay.
Yeah, but like I think I'll wait until October.
I'm just afraid it can't run on my computer.
Let's see. What did I pick? What did I pick up? Let's see. There's Skullgirls. There's Shadow Warrior. I picked up. I might do Shadow Warrior actually.
Oh, Shadow Warrior's so fucking good.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll play Shadow Warrior. That or nah. It's gonna be Shadow Warrior. That's what's coming up in the week. Definite like Game Dev Tycoon, Shadow Warrior, and Skullgirls. And also, I also do, along with the Noz Plays, I also do Noz Watches and Noz Reacts. Noz Watches, since it was requested, seriously, I stopped watching the, you know how I said I was watching My Little Pony in Japanese? I stopped watching it. People complained.
Why? Why would it's not different?
It isn't.
What
But
the fuck?
either way, the Japanese is actually, you know how like badly Japanese shows get mangled when they go to America?
Yeah.
It's funny watching the opposite happen.
Okay, well, have you
They-
ever watched like when they get the same Japanese voice actors who kind of speak English to do the voices for like
Yeah, it's absolutely
characters in
terrible.
games?
Absolutely terrible. But what the thing is though, like you can see they're trying to cram in Japanese culture because it's a kids show. So they're trying to there's this forest in My Little Pony called the Everfree Forest where like everything is basically every other thing is controlled by the ponies, like weather, sunlight, moonlight, all that. In the forest, it's basically anything goes. So they
down in the forest.
basically in the Japanese version, it's a suicide forest. It's called the Forest of No Return. It's a suicide forest, and it is brilliant.
So on the topic of bad voices and the Japanese do it.
Bryce fucking Papenbrook.
I have one question for you. Are you okay?
Oh my, fuck you and Bryson. I'm
Hey,
gonna
man.
cut that man. I'm gonna cut that man.
That was Terry, King of Fighters. Are you okay? Kick back.
Kick back. I've actually been referencing that without realizing it, and I haven't played King of Fighters since that shitty GBA game.
Yeah, I don't know. You're probably referencing it because you hear it on Two Best Friends a lot.
To be honest, I kind of tune Matt out a bit. I sort of tune him out.
Eh.
I want to talk about Bryce Papenbrook.
All
Oh
right,
my god,
go for it.
go for it. We've got a couple minutes left.
Fuck Bryce Papenbrook in the ass. I was watching
Okay.
them announce the dub for fucking Attack on Titan, and I was watching and I was like, do not cast Bryce Papenbrook. Do not cast Bryce Papenbrook. And I see Aaron Yeager and I'm like, if that's fucking Bryce Papenbrook. And he opens his mouth, I've got to defend the city. God damn it!
Okay, Bryce Papenbrook ruined Blood Lad, Blue
Ruined
Exorcist,
Sword Art.
Durarara. No,
Who'd he
Sword
play-
Art was ruined when it was
Who'd he
remade.
play in Sword Art? And fuck you, I like Sword Art.
Sword Art's shit.
Sword Art's okay.
Fuck you.
It's better than fucking Log Horizon.
So, like,
He
like,
definitely fucked up Masao Mikita.
Yeah.
Who'd he play in Sword Art?
Kazuto.
Kirito.
He wasn't
Kazuto?
Kazuto.
That's his name. It's like
Kirito.
Kazuto.
No, his name's
Hiragaya.
Kirito.
That's his nickname, you dipshits.
He's called He's called
About his real name.
he's called Kirito. Like, I think they used his real name once.
Yeah, and that's probably about as far as I read into that manga because it was bad.
It's not even a manga; it's a light
His
novel.
Kirigaya, that's it.
Kirigaya, yeah. Well, Sword Art's good until you reach the second season, then just stop watching.
Second arc. Second season's not out yet, apparently.
Well, technically it's a season. Basically, once they get out of Sword Art Online, and that's where the series should end. Not the bullshit Alfland bullshit, and not this stupid pirate gun MMO thing that's coming up next.
Gun Gale Online, I hear it's a lot better than the first one. People say that the characters like flesh out a lot more in season 2, so we'll see what happens.
I hope it is, because season 2 was so much Deus Ex Machina and so much bullshit.
Yeah. So he has ruined the voice of Kunasaki and Dot Hack. He's done Staz from Bloodlad, Rin from Blue Exorcist.
Why does he keep getting roles?
Kida from Durarara.
The Japanese like him.
No, the Japanese hate. He's had like 20 roles over his career.
The only thing I didn't vehemently hate him in was Al No Exorcist, and he was still terrible.
Yeah, he was still pretty bad. And I mean, God, he's one of the people that, like, one of the voices that I had to stop when I was playing Danganronpa, and I was like, is that fucking Bryce Papenbrook with his overacting bullshit?
How hammy is he?
Oh my God! It has been a murder!
Okay, that's very hammy. He's not chewing the scenery, he's digesting it.
Yeah.
Dude, you left out, like, the constant breathiness in the back of his voice. You killed him! I can't believe it! You kidnapped Asuna!
Oh, God.
I'm a teenager!
And the thing is though, that sort of breathy thing, I fucking hate it because it's actually carried over to actual people who want to be voice actors.
Oh God.
And like I was casting people for the game I'm making, and just every other voice actor thought they were hot shit. Like just like, hi, my name is Brian. It's nice to meet you. It's like, why?
Why do people not understand common vernacular? Like, why is this? Talk like you talk in real fucking life and see what happens.
It got to the point where that Brian character, I'm like, fuck it. No one else is auditioning for this character. I will do it.
Yeah. Okay. He's also. I didn't know this. I didn't know he got casted for Persona Q.
Ow! I actually hurt my throat.
But he's Theodore in Persona Q. So. Yeah. So that's a character you're not gonna ever want to listen to talk at all.
I think we should start wrapping this up because anyway, everyone, it's another we're gonna end off with fuck Bryce Papenbrook and fuck Phil Fish. This has been
Notch as well.
Yes, and fuck Notch as well. This has been the non-content podcast, firing all the shots, podcast 16. We'll see you guys next week. We're gonna have Nick back hopefully because Harrison will not be here because he's off getting all the hookers and blow his YouTube money buys him.
In his grandmother's house.
In his grandmother's house.
No, just because that's Harrison.
Way to make it a racist thing.